Hey folks, Tony here. I just wanted to jump in before this video started and say a big thank you to everybody who commented and subscribed because of my first video. The response has been overwhelming and I just wanted to say thank you. Also, I wanted to mention in my first video, I talked about my next video being about 2 Lionel switchers. That video is still in the works. It's nearly finished. I'm editing it and I have a few more things to shoot. It's gonna be an excellent video. I'm not just saying that. You're not gonna wanna miss it. I traveled throughout the state of Pennsylvania to get some footage, and it's gonna be something that's really unique. So please stay tuned for that. Considering this just a quick offshoot, I was at the Allentown Fairgrounds for First Frost today. I wanted to give folks an impression of what that event was like, as well as show a few of the things that I got. So thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this video.
Hello, and welcome to Rambles on the Road. My name is Tony, and we are headed to Allentown, Pennsylvania, where we will be attending First Frost train show.
All right, so this is the Agriplex. That whole building was filled with trains. It was a lot of fun. This is the front of the building. Many events are held here. I even attended a pinball exposition there. This is the smaller of the 2 halls, but it was jam-packed with people selling trains. And then we're gonna move into the larger part of the building. This is the larger hall, wall-to-wall trains. There's events in here, a couple of modular layouts, but really, you could spend all weekend here, and I guess that's why it's 2 days long, but certainly a lot to look at and a lot of fun. I wanted to highlight these folks. The Reading Company Technical and Historical Society. I'm a member. They have an awesome property in Hamburg, Pennsylvania with loads of trains. Many familiar faces. Grzybowski's was there, as well as Ralph's Trains. You may have seen them at York with these really cool flat cars, laser etched wood, all custom stuff. That's, I think, really neat. Haven't quite pulled the trigger on any of these yet, but very cool. And then there was Just Trains of Delaware, very popular train store. They had the Atlas Thanksgiving boxcars, and it looks like Atlas has some new branding. I like it. Cabin Fever was there. In a later video, I'll be going to Cabin Fever to pick up some product I purchased. I like B&B Hobby Supplies. They have basically any tool you could ever ask for. Later you'll see a mat that I picked up here. So Laro Productions is where I spent the most money today. I don't know why I've never looked at these before, but I think these watercolors are amazing, and they'll even do commission work. Now, for folks who live near Menards, a lot of this might look familiar, but we don't have any Menards on the East Coast, so we have to rely on shows like these. There is also HO scale, as well as G scale. Any scale you could want, but predominantly everything here was O scale. This was so much fun. Train races. I've never seen this before. I didn't know this was a thing, but they had children, and they each were given a terminal where they could run the throttle. There were different rounds. I just think that was great. And of course you have your layouts. They were pretty sizable. This of course is S gauge, American Flyer, which is a really nice sized gauge, I think. It's smaller than O gauge, but larger than HO. They had a really nice setup. I don't know if it was this or the O gauge layout, but one of them was certainly running with some smoke. and the whole entire hall smelled just like smoke. Now, if you're in Allentown at the fairgrounds, you got to go to the farmer's market. It's basically like Pike's Place in Seattle, except it's pigeons instead of the fish. Loads of great food. I mean, look at those pierogies. You got to check out Marianne's Donuts. Phenomenal. Just really, really great stuff. Definitely Billy's pretzels. They're some of the best ever. Get a Kutztown soda.
I am drenched. However, it was such a good time. I did get a handful of things. Tried to haggle on some others, but there was no biting. What can I say? So I'm on my way home. I'll unpack some stuff, show you what I got, and it's definitely a very enjoyable experience. I'll definitely be back for the spring thaw in spring.
So this is that mat that I was talking about. I have a smaller one, but this one's like 90 centimeters long. It's great for just about any kind of project that you could have. I've been wanting to get one of these NJ Transit Protosound 2 trolleys. I started collecting some NJ Transit recently. I think this one's really sharp. The price was right. I also wanted to pick up some Lehigh Valley because I think I have maybe one boxcar on my layout, and so I got this hopper with I thought that was a good deal, and so you may see that in a future video. Just think, Premier rolling stock, does it get any better than that? I don't think so. This is my final piece of rolling stock, and it's a hot metal car. I don't have one of these, and I collect a lot of Bethlehem steel, so I thought this might go well with that. Ultimately, once I build the layout that I'm looking to, maybe fit in a foundry or something. But I think this is a really cool car. Again, the price is right. I spent the most time today looking at these prints. I think they're just phenomenal. I've been to shows where they've been selling them, and I just never stopped and looked at them. Lo and behold, it's just the subject matter is really in line with the type of things that I collect, and so hopefully I'll get some of these up on the wall soon. That's Amtrak 30th Street Station. Here you have the horseshoe curve with some really classic locomotives. This is the Bethlehem Steel Plant in Bethlehem, with just again, like, these are fictitious scenes, most of them, and they were commissioned, and I just think they're really neat. Of course, you got to do the Rambles. This is Rambles in Hershey, Pennsylvania, yeah, so pretty neat. Thanks for watching, and I hope you subscribe and tune in for our next video.